You rolled in late in that rusted Ford, dust on your boots on my front porch, coffee in your hand, half asleep. Said I didn't plan on falling this deep. You laughed it off, kicked at a stone, said, guess I'm better when I'm not alone. I tried to speak, but my tongue got tied, 'cause every road I'd run just stopped in your eyes. We're running on a half tank, full hard, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart. We got bills stacked up on the counter there. You're wearing my flannel, sitting in my chair, circling dates on a no-wall chart, talking about someday like it's not that far. You say love ain't magic, it's mud and rain, it's late night fights and staying anyway. I kiss your wrist where the paint's still wet from fixing this house. We ain't finished yet. We're running on a half tank, full hard, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart, yeah. Your mama called, said she's doing fine, told you she can hear you in my laugh sometimes. Your daddy still checks on the weather up here, thinks that we're living off luck and beer. We missed the rent check by day last June. You cried in the kitchen, I hummed a tune. We danced between dishes and overdue cards, your cheek on my chest, my fear in your arms. We're running on a half tank, full hard, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart, yeah, that's all we are. Maybe we don't get that big red barn, white fence, big dogs, 10-acre yard. Maybe our castle is this broke down yard, 2 long chairs and a sky full of sparks. Maybe forever is a borrowed truck, a Friday paycheck and a little luck. If I lose it all but I don't lose you, I'm rich in a way money can't undo. Oh yeah. There's a Polaroid stuck in the mirror frame, your hair's all wild, we're both half insane, caught in the rain by the county line. You wrote on the bottom, glad you're mine. We've changed our plans more than I can count, dreams got smaller, love got loud. We don't say perfect, we say try. We don't say always, we say stand by. We're running on a half tank, full hard, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart. Someday we'll be gray on a Sunday swing, talking about the mess and the joy it brings. Your laugh will be softer, my back will be sore, but I'll still be reaching for you by the door. Kids all grown, chasing what they want, we'll sit in that quiet that used to haunt. You'll look at me with that same old spark, say, guess we did alright with this half tank heart. We're running on. We're running on. bag hanging sideways, little chip red jar full of tips and folded phone numbers you never planned to call. I walked in for a quick one, stumbled into it all. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. I was drifting like a dandelion, blowing through this busted town. Then your laugh cut through the static. You turned this runaway around.
You said, boy, you look like trouble, with that half-crooked grin, boot heels on the bar rail. You poured whiskey, not my sin.
We talked about our busted hearts, cars that never made it far,
How your daddy taught you patience, mine taught leaving in the dark.
from the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. I was drifting like a dandelion, blowing through this busted town. Then your laugh cut through the static. You turned this runaway around. First date by the river, mosquitoes, June heat. You showed up in your work boots, cut-offs, bare feet, radio on the dashboard, static in a tune. You leaned back on that blanket, said, come see this kind of moon. I've been all edge, all armor, all joke, all smoke, all show, but you saw past the stories to the part I didn't show. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. I was drifting like a dandelion, blowing through this busted town. Then your eyes said, boy, you're home now. You turn this runaway around. We burned through all 4 seasons in that borrowed single wide. Stacked your textbooks on the dresser, hung my cap on the side.
Mismatched cups in the pantry, secondhand old couch. You painted all the cabinets blue, said we'll make this sacred ground somehow.
Friday nights at the drive-in, cheap popcorn on your shirt. You cried during the previews, laughed through all the hurt. You traced plans on my forearm, little house, big oak tree, dog prints in the backyard, baby names in between. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. We were dreaming over dishes, talking someday, talking soon, with the street light through the window, painting halos in the room.
Remember that storm rolled in, tore down half this town. You stood in the doorway, shaking, said, what if it all falls down?
I wrapped my arms around you, said let it all shake loose. We'll nail back every shingle. I ain't running, I choose you. I choose you.
We fought like summer thunder, over money, over pride. I slept on that torn out sofa. You cried in the bathroom quiet, but even in the silence, with our tempers running hot, your coffee cup beside mine said we still got a shot.
Loving all fairground lights and kisses on the hood. It's oil stains in the driveway, doing more than what you could. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band.
From my mind to I promise, from I'll try to yes I do, every mile and every meltdown, just another road to you.
Your mama beat the doctor to the hospital that day, cried into your hair and whispered, baby, it's gonna be okay.
You squeezed my fingers breathless, said, let it all shake loose. One nail back every shingle. I ain't running, I choose you. I choose you.
We fought like summer thunder, over money, over pride. I slept on that torn out sofa, you cried in the bathroom quiet.
But even in the silence, with our tempers running hot, your coffee cup beside mine said we still got a shot.
Sunrise, painting the sky, another day dawn. Empty coffee cup, just like my heart was before you walked in. Kicked up dust and hope. Yeah, love, it's a wild thing. Love, a desert blue. Love, how to hold on. Love, but worth the fight. Wind whispers your name through the dry corn stalks. Used to hear nothing, just a lonely howl. Now a melody, a steady humming. And yeah, love, it's a wild thing. Love, a desert blue. Love, how to hold on. Love, but worth the fight. My hands rough and warm from years of digging for something. Never knew what it was till your eyes met mine. A sudden downfall. They said it wouldn't last. This kind of fire, too hot, too fast. Bet you're leaning on a rusted Ford, boot heel tapping on a 2x4. Sun going down in a blaze out west, laugh on your lips, dust on your dress. If this is love, then let it ride like a long dirt road in the midnight. Windows down, your hand in mine, old tape hiss and a crack brake light. If this is love, I don't wanna land, just circle this town in a beat-up van. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations, out past every old frustration. You drew a heart in the county fair dust, said it ain't much, but it's enough. We shared fries and a paper cup shake, kissed so hard that the world got laid. If this is love, then let it ride like a long dirt road in the midnight. Windows down, your hand in mine, old tape hiss and a crack brake light. If this is love, I don't wanna land, just circle this town in a beat-up van. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations, out past every old frustration. One day we'll trade this busted bed for a creaking porch and a roof instead, but keep that wild in your eyes, my friend. Oh yeah, we'll still get lost on a dead-end bend. If this is love, then let it ride like a long dirt road in the midnight. Windows down, your hand in mine, old tape hiss and a crack brake light. If this is love, I don't wanna land, just circle this town in a beat-up van. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations. Met you at the exit off of exit 23. You were buying coffee, I was buying gasoline. You laughed when my card wouldn't swipe that day. Said, guess the universe wants you to stay. Love like that don't fade, it burns like a match on a midnight back road turn. From a slow dance in a stranger's bar to your name on a keychain hanging in my car. We were young, we were wild, we were lean on luck, but your hand on my knee said this is enough. Yeah, love like that keeps coming back. We moved in half a mile from your folks. Hand-me-down sofa, hand-me-down jokes. Painted every room with a cheap old brush. You got blue on your nose, I fell harder at once. Love like that don't need much cash, just a box spring bed and a grocery sack, a crooked mailbox and a coffee cup you steal from the diner when the sun comes up. We were broke, we were tired, we were counting change, but your head on my chest made it all feel straight. Yeah, love like that keeps coming back. You cried on the porch with that phone in your hand. Said the doctor just called, we need a new plan. I held you so close rise, through the what ifs and the sleepless nights, through the quiet car rides and the strangled fights. We were scared, we were small, we were losing ground, but your voice in the dark was my favorite sound. Yeah, love like that keeps coming back. Year 5 hit like a freight train storm. Dishes in the sink, clothes never warm. You were working late, I was gone all week. 2 ghosts in a house, too tired to speak. Then one day, you slammed the drawer, said, what are we even doing this for? I dropped my keys by the kitchen light, said I'm here right now, let's choose tonight. Love like that don't run, it stays, pours another cup and it learns your name. In the silence it still leans in, says tell me the truth, where do we begin? We were worn, we were sore, we were paper thin, but your eyes met mine and I saw you again. Yeah, love like that keeps coming back. I still see you in that gas station glow. First hello, first I don't know. Every mile, every wrong turn sign, somehow all of them led to your side. Now the kids in the yard leave their bikes in the drive. You tap on the glasses to keep them alive. The streak of gray running through your hair. You roll your eyes, I swear I still stare. Some folks say it all fades fast, that the good days live in the distant past, but you laugh and the lines at the edge of your eyes looks better now than July sky. Love like that grows, it bends, puts deeper roots in the hard-packed sand. Through the cracked phone screens and the late night bills, through the sick day calls and the quiet pills. We got dents, we got scars, but we're still right here, and your hand in mine feels brand new each year. Yeah, love like that keeps coming back. Counting blessings, you're counting. You were pouring drinks in a town I'd never heard of. Name tag crooked on your flannel shirt, laughing with the locals like you've known them forever. I was just a stranger tracking down my herd. Boots full of gravel, dust on my jacket, truck full of boxes and goodbye plans. You slid me a coffee on the house real quiet, said you look tired, take a minute if you can. I wasn't looking for a long ride, just a tank of gas and a place to hide, but your smile turned a stop into a start. Now every road I take, every mile, every scar keeps leading down these back roads to your heart. Yeah, somehow all these back roads keep running to your heart. You asked what brought me way out where the map ends. I said just trying to outrun yesterday. You said I get that, but eventually it catches. Then you pointed out the window at the fields of hay. You said you can plant that pain or you can burn it. Either way it's gonna change the ground. I didn't know it then, but in that moment you were turning my whole story around. I wasn't looking for a long ride, just a tank of gas and a place to hide, but your voice turned to silence into art. Now every road I take, every mile, every scar keeps leading down these back roads to your heart. Yeah, somehow all these back roads keep running to your heart. You closed up early Tuesday night, said let's go watch the sun fall off that ridge. We sat on the tailgate sharing cold fried chicken, swinging worn out boots from that rusted bridge. She told me about the daddy that never came home, the first boy who left you at the county fair. How you learned to dance alone in your bedroom till you didn't need somebody standing there. And I've been the kind to leave before the leaving, to pull away before the engine starts. But you held your gaze like you believed in all the broken things inside my heart. I wasn't looking for a long ride, just a passing face on a quiet night, but your hand found mine in the dark. Now every road I take, every mile, every scar keeps leading down these back roads to your heart. Yeah, somehow all these back roads keep running to your heart. We painted that spare room a Sunday yellow. You hummed off key with the radio on. I tripped on the ladder, you laughed till you cried. I swear that sound could raise the dawn. Burned the first biscuit, smoked out the kitchen, dog tracking footprints on the hardwood floor. We kissed in the hallway through the sprinklers dripping, like we couldn't ask this life for more. Then your mama called crying on a Thursday, doctor's words heavy hanging in the air. You tried to fold the grief up, keep it tidy, but it felt like laundry on a kitchen chair. We drove through the night to that big white building. You stared at your hands, I watched you shake. I said I don't have answers, I just got presents. I'm not going anywhere, come whatever breaks. I wasn't made for all the right lines, I still get tongue-tied at the worst times, but you let my quiet do its part. Now every road I take, every mile, every scar keeps leading down these back roads to your heart. Yeah, somehow all these back roads keep running to your heart. We've had storms that rattled every window, fights that left my truck door slammed, nights I slept facing the drywall, wondering who the hell I am. But every dawn there's coffee on the counter, the way you say my name so soft. And I remember in the small things that real love don't trade, it just costs. Last week I found a ring in a used case showcase, tiny little diamond with a crooked shine. Salesman said it ain't much, but it's honest. I said, sunrise painting the sky, another day dawning. Empty coffee cup, just like my heart was before you walked in. Kick the dust and hold you. Yeah, love, it's a wild thing. Love, a desert blue. Love, hard to hold on. Love, but worth the fight. Wind whispers your name through the dry corn stalks. Used to hear nothing, just a lonely howl. Now a melody, a steady humming. Yeah, love, it's a wild thing. Love, a desert glow. Love, hard to hold on. Love, don't know us, don't know this spirit. You walked in, blues loud on that old pine floor. Sun swinging in behind you like it had been there before. You laughed once, made the jukebox skip the beat. Spilled a little of your drink right there on my torn up seat. You said that your truck out there by my leaning sign. I said, yeah, she's old but faithful, kinda like this heart of mine. You smiled slow, said faithful's hard to find these days. I swear time now shifted while you traced your glass that way. Gas tank half, heart full, you and me in this long dirt road. Every mile, every dust cloud, writing stories we ain't told. Got your hand on my shoulder, headlight halo on your face. If this is all I ever get, I don't need another place. Gas tank half, heart full, I got enough to love you all the way. We pulled out, radio stuck on some old song. You sang the words half wrong, but you sang them big and strong. Yeah, you did. We kicked off, both boots on the dashboard bare. Wind tangled up your hair like it had a right to be there. You said, don't valve straight, let's get a little bit lost. Take the turns that look stupid, chase the lines that get crossed. I said, girl, you're trouble. He said, yeah, I've heard that one. But your fingers found my knuckles, and trouble never felt this fun. Gas tank half, heart full, you and me in this long dirt road. Every mile, every gust cloud, writing the stories we ain't told. Got your hand on my shoulder, headlight halo on your face. If this is all I ever get, I don't need another place. Gas tank half, heart full, I got enough to love you all the way. We hit that little bridge where the creek runs stand. He said, kill the lights a minute, let the quiet bore in. We listened to the frogs and the ticking heat, just slid across that cracked bench seat. Till your head fit my heartbeat. You told me about the town that you left last June. promise you thought you broken when you walked away too soon. Your voice shook when you said I ain't good at staying. I said, girl, I ain't perfect, but I'm hell at finding ways to fix what's meant, patch what's torn, keep us rolling through the storm. Yeah, the bed of this truck, it's hard, every kind of load. I got room for all your baggage. We can spread it down this road. Come on! Gas tank half, heart full, you and me in this Honda world. Every mile, every dust cloud, riding stories we ain't told. Got your hand on my shoulder, headline halo on your face. If this is all I ever get, I don't need another phrase. Gas tank half, heart full. Got enough to love you all the way. Maybe love ain't some big fight, baby, it's a slow burn. Maybe it's the way you lie every time we miss a turn. Maybe it's your jacket on my back when nights get cold. The way you bite your lip, then you stay to getting old. It's your name on my receipts, coffee cups and folded notes. It's every tiny Tuesday that keeps me afloat. Years later, same bar, same scuffed up floor. Your boots a little more faded, kids' crayons on the door. You walk in, balancing pizza and car keys. I still lose my words, like you knocked them out of me. There's a picture on the wall of our first night. My old truck in the background, tailgate full of fights, vibes. We traded some dirt road for mortgage lines, but you still steal my heart. Well, met you in a bar off Highway 9. You were laughing at the jukebox, skipping every line. Boot heel tapping, blue eyes sharp. You drew your name in the ring on the bar. Said you look lost, but you look sure. I said I ain't cured, but I've seen worse. You stole my cap, said drive me home. That old Ford road like it wasn't alone. I got your back roads on my heart, got your lipstick in my truck. Every mile I drive from you, it just tightens up the clutch. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the song I can't restart. I got your back roads paved across my heart. Oh yeah. We threw that map out the window fast, followed fence posts, chasing cattle and grass, radio buzzing some worn out tune, but you humming something brand new. Dust in your hair, sun on your arm, bare feet up on my dashboard charm. You said, promise me just one thing, if this breaks, we still let it sting. I got your back roads on my heart, got your laughter in my lungs. Every time I try to leave, I taste your name on my tongue. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the stop I never mark. I got your back roads burned into my heart. Your mama watched me like a silent judge on that porch with a coffee mug, but your little brother liked my hat, dog liked me too, so that was that. We talked about kids and a little white place. You traced floor plans on my calloused hands. You said, don't you dare become your dad. I said, I'll spend my life proving I'm not that man. I got your back roads on my heart, got your jacket on my chair. Every empty Sunday morning, you're the ghost of sitting there. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the mark on every chart. I got your back roads driving through my heart. Hey! Late one late fall, leaves all rust. You pack dreams in the back of my truck. Say there's a job 3 counties away. Will you hate me if I can't stay? I clenched my jaw, tried to act tough, but every brave word just wasn't enough. You kissed my chin, missed my mouth, said if it's real, it'll find its route. Now it's coffee for one at that same old bar. Your laugh lives on in the corner by the jar. I talk too loud, so I don't think. I chew my pride like tobacco and drink. Folks say, son, let it go, but you're stitched in every shirt I own. You're the way my hand hangs on the wheel, that little pause before I peel. I drive past that job sign twice a week, practice speeches I'll never speak. Baby, I'm better, I ain't so scared, but I turn around halfway there. I got your back roads on my heart, got your thunder in my chest. Every girl that learns my name just gets your second-hand best. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the scar dressed up as art. I got your back roads winding through my heart, oh winding. Time moves on like a cattle train, new paint signs, same old rain. Heard you married some steady hand, a quiet guy, safer plan. I ain't bitter, I ain't mad, just a little more like my old man. Talk big talk, sleep alone, leave the light on like you're coming home. If loving you was wrong, then wrong felt right. If losing you was mercy, why's it haunt my nights? If I had one more. Bet you where the gravel turns back into clay, red dust on your sandals, sun dying away. You laughed in my pickup, said that thing still runs. I said it gets me through the mud and under setting suns. You're my back road to your heart, no map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe and a sky me about your leaving and all you had to prove. I said I ain't scared of distance if it keeps me next to you. You're my back road to your heart. No map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe in a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby. You're my back road to your heart. We learned every fence post, every leaning tree, that old rusted mailbox where you first kissed me. Moonlight on the mirror, your hair a tangled mess. You whispered, can you feel it? I choked on my yes, yeah. Thought it'd be forever, young and wild and short. Didn't see the storm clouds rolling past your door. You're my back road to your heart. No map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe in a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby. You're my back road to your heart. You left with the sunrise, threw bags in your car, said I'll call you Sunday. I watched you drive too far. Weeks turned into winters, small talk turned to snow. Buried all the letters in the field behind the road. I tried chasing bright lights, I tried chasing pay, but every single payday just felt like a way. You're my back road to your heart. No map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe in a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby. You're my back road to your heart. My back road. Years go like tail lights, fading out of view. I swore I was over everything about you, till I saw that same sandlot, heard that same screen door, and your shadow on the porch like the night before. You said I got tired of leaving, tired of starting new. Every map I ever followed kept on pointing back to you. You're my back road to my home, to the place I wanna be. Every wrong turn that I took kept curving back to we. We got miles and miles of mercy and a second-hand fresh start. I don't need a highway, baby. You're my back road to my heart. By the doorway, two mugs in the sink, your jacket on my chair, your lipstick on the rim, that pink. Mornings taste like coffee, and your shoulder on my chest. Nights feel like a long drive where we never need to rest. Sometimes we slam doors, but we always circle back to that gravel road of ours. You're my back road to my heart, rough and full of turns. Every fight, every kiss, just another curve we learn. We got miles and miles of maybe in a second-hand fresh start. I don't need a highway, baby. You're my back road to my heart. get you by the ice machine, dust on your boots, my favorite jean jacket. You laughed at my busted old truck. Said, boy, does that heap even make it back? Sun dropping slow on that county line, your hair blowing wild through the window, radio stuck on some broken station, but you sang anyway, so soft, so low. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. First fight in a parking lot of rain, I cursed like a fool, you just stared me down. You said, love ain't scared of a storm and learns how to stand on shifting ground. We made up on your mama's couch, cold fries, warm hands, and a tear or two. You traced all my cracked up plans, whispered, baby, I still believe in you. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. Summers turned to winters quick, that old high school bar turned into dust. Your ring sitting neat in my glove box next to a note that just says us. We painted our names on a rental sign, said someday we'll buy this broken place. We got more dreams than dollars, but I got your laughter in every space. Sometimes I wake up scared, thinking all of this could fade. Then you roll over, steal my pillow, say we'll be fine, we ain't afraid. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. We burned through tires and trouble, we've slammed some doors too hard, said things in the heat of the moment, left each other standing in the yard. Hey! But every time the dust clears, it's your eyes pulling me home. We don't need some perfect picture, we just need a place our love can grow. Your daddy's old guitar in the corner, our kids' crayons on the kitchen floor. You hum off key as the coffee brews, I swear I've never needed nothing more. Bills stacked high on the table, but your head's on my shoulder, calm. You say we'll get there slow and steady. We got faith and we got these palms. Hands rough from all this trying, but they still fit just right. Two rings catching morning sunlight, two hearts holding on tight. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. I remember that first I love you, in the dark of that dead-end road. I was scared I might just lose you if I said what my chest already knows. But you smiled, leaned a little closer, said, took you long enough. That's a 9-mile restless wandering, found a name and called it love. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. So if this road runs out Bet you're leaning on a rusted Ford, dust on your boots, sun on your shoulders. You laughed at every word I said like you've been waiting to get closer. You stole my ball cap, wore it sideways, bare feet on the dashboard singing along. Name on your cup in black marker already sounded like a future song. This kind of love ain't burning out by tomorrow. It's tailgate to tomorrow, county line to who knows where. This kind of love grows wild in the gravel like flowers by the travel of these ties we're making where. If it's up to me, we'll ride it till the road runs out of map and air. This kind of love ain't going anywhere. First fight was over something small. You slammed that screen door, gravel flying. I sat staring at the bedroom wall, swearing I was done with trying. Then you pulled up in that midnight rain, headlights cutting through my pride. You said, I hate being mad at you. I said, get in, let's go for a ride. This kind of love ain't burning out by tomorrow. It's tailgate to tomorrow, county line to who knows where. This kind of love grows wild in the gravel like flowers by the travel of these ties we're making where. If it's up to me, we'll ride it till the road runs out of map and air. This kind of love ain't going anywhere. We've been broke, been late on rent, paid in quarters at the laundromat, burned our dinner, laughed it off, danced in the kitchen just like that. Oh yeah, watched your tears on a bathroom floor. Both of us scared of the test you held. Turned to me and said, if it's two lines I said, that's just more love to be felt. This kind of love ain't burning out by tomorrow. It's tailgate to tomorrow, baby seats and folding chairs. This kind of love grows wild in the gravel like flowers by the travel of these years we're stacking here. If it's up to me, we'll ride it till the road runs out of map and air. On the hallway wall, first day of school, smile Sunday best. You still steal my shirts at night, still find your head on my chest. Your hair's a little lighter now, my hands got callous lines on my face, but you still look like that county fair. First prize in a cotton dress race. This kind of love ain't burning out by tomorrow. It's tailgate to tomorrow, front porch swings and rocking chairs. This kind of love grows wild in the gravel like flowers by the travel of our stories laid there. If it's up to me, we'll ride it till the road runs out of map and air. This kind of love ain't going anywhere. This kind of love ain't going anywhere. One day they'll lower down that flag, church bells ringing over clay. Carve my name beside an old oak tree right beneath the one that holds your name. But don't you fear that closing scene. Love don't lay down in the ground. It rides on in every laugh, every little echo of our sound. Hey, this kind of love ain't burning out by tomorrow. It's tailgate to tomorrow, from right now into who knows where. This kind of love grows wild in the gravel like flowers by the travel of the hearts we're leaving there. If it's up to me, I'll meet you where the road runs out of map and air.